Dearest Radon995, it's 4:15. Eat it.
Queens and gentle Xenos, coming to you live from Rick Priestley's luxurious mansion. This is the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference, and here is your host, Mr. Pink.
Hello. Oh wow, that should not be up in the background. What the hell? Hi everybody.
Hey, do you hear me?
I hear you.
Good.
Question is, can I see myself? Where the heck am I? Oh, I'm tiny. What? Oh. Sorry, one sec. That might work a little better. Come on, computer, you can do it.
Praise the fifth member.
Good.
Praise
Good
him.
Lord. You're all plugged in. What is your dysfunction? What? No signal? Okay, well, hello.
Oh, you're already streaming, right?
I'm already streaming. You came right into the middle of it. However,
Woohoo!
for some reason, my camera is not registering on my computer, which is fantastic.
Fifth member. Praise
Oh, I can
him.
hear someone's audio in the background who's not wearing headphones.
Great.
Okay. You have a signal, you piece of trash. If in case you weren't aware, you've tuned into the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet. This is the Creature Conference. How do you know you're tuning into the #1 shit show? Tyranid shit show on the internet. It's that we start off with weird ass technical difficulties. Okay, you have a signal. Accept the signal. Oh my god, I hate it.
We have a signal.
What if I turn this off and turn it back on again? That's always the way to make these things work, right?
It's a classic.
Okay, check, 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 check.
Check, check, check.
Check, check, check.
Yay.
Checkity check, check, checkity check.
Three devices, and now I'm able to participate. How cool is that?
Hooray!
Fantastic. You want to tell
Did
me
you-
my video's not working?
Yep. It's not on the stream.
Okay.
Like, what even is life?
42.
Question.
That's a good answer. All right, I'm gonna re-add my camera because that's how we roll. Yeah, there was some shenanigans with the start time for this. I had to take yesterday and today off work to do some stuff for my dad because he has to move up to a higher level of care, and yeah, it took way longer than I expected. Okay, I can get that. Can't get that. That doesn't work. Oh,
But was the result okay for you?
well, please run Camera Hub. Why do I need to run Camera Hub? The result was what? Oh my god. Do I honestly have to like use my old shitty video system?
We're going old school today.
Sorry, I hate my life. The outcome was that I got all of his stuff ready to move yesterday. I went and did all the paperwork today for the big, expensive, fancy assisted living home that he needs to move into. And as I was finishing up on all that stuff, signing the final papers, leaving the facility, I got a call from the person who's supposed to be coordinating. It's a complicated thing in Canada. We're supposed to have all public health care, whatever, but there's private and then there's public stuff. We're trying to get him into the public system. But the problem is that you can't get into the public system. There's a big wait list for the public system. So we're waiting for the wait list for the public system in the hopes that he's going to get into that because it costs a lot less than going private. And the issue is that as soon as I was leaving the big expensive private place that we have to put him in, where he's going to wait until he gets into the cheaper public system, I got a call from the public system, and they're like, hey, we heard that you're moving your dad into an expensive private place. I'm like, yeah, because I don't want him to have to sit in the hospital for the next weeks to months. And they're like, okay, just so you know, once you get into that fancy private system, he's going to go down the wait list for the public system. I'm like, oh, goddamn, I don't care. And they're like, oh, and just so you know, he could get a bed in the public system before Wednesday when you're moving him into the private system. I'm like, well, I will deal with that problem when it happens.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
fuck.
worrying about that shit right now. shit I get to worry about right now is why my camera won't. Oh! Look at that! Now it works. God damn. Anyway, that was my day. And that's been most of my week, trying to figure out stuff relating to care for my dad. In fact, that was most of my holiday break. Trying to figure out
Oh, well.
stuff relating to care for my dad, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about hobby stuff. So thanks for putting up with that. What about you guys? What have you been up to for the last week? Marco, why don't we start with you?
I guess we are talking about hobby-wise.
Yes.
Well, easy for me, because as everybody knows who's following my Insta, I've started on a Gene Stealer cult army, and I am was lucky enough to secure the services of Anna Polanczak, who does Gardens of Hecate, who's doing the painting for my whole army.
Well, I didn't even know
Which
it was a
makes-
commissioned painter. I learned that she
Yeah,
was a
she-
commissioned painter when you commissioned her.
Yeah, she doesn't promote herself like at all. I don't get it why, but she's a special kind of person, I'd say.
Yep.
She doesn't communicate all over Insta or Messenger or anything, just via email.
I thought you were
Nothing
going to say
else.
just by like Telegram or something, or carrier pigeon. That seems like a
No,
very
no,
28 way to communicate.
It's email, and the style is usually I get an answer within a week, which is like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm totally certain she protects
What?
her peace this way, which is great.
Good. Smart.
But she protects her own peace.
Smart.
Yeah, but it takes some getting used to when you're used to just getting an answer like in a couple of minutes normally. But yeah, I'm on a pretty tight deadline right now because she had some commission slots available very quickly. So I have to finish building like 140 models for the Gene Stealer cult till January. I have
my.
Which
27
is regarding how much you have built. You build big chunky robots, but suddenly having to build like almost 200 models sounds like insane.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, I don't have enough time to do fancy conversions like in a bigger style, but I can't resist to just make most of the models cooler than they would be out of the box as you assemble them. So it's yeah, it's tight. But I'm super pumped about the Gene Stealer card. There's going to be some surprise artists joining in with some models. Right now, I think we have 4 people doing something for the cult.
4. Oh, wow.
And yeah, there's 4. There's one you don't know yet about. And
I don't know about.
super happy
I don't know
to-
about 2 of them. What do you mean 1?
Okay, I'll not comment this anymore. But I'm super stoked to get this done because I guess the Gene Stealer cult lure has been lurking inside of me for years now. The latest since I saw your fabulous Omega strain back in 2016, it was, right?
Like almost a decade ago. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a while
That
ago.
was the time where I wasn't in the hobby at all. Like, not at all. I think I came back in 20 or 21 or something. And yeah, the cult is one of the armies which I'm totally into on so many levels. I love the background. There's so many cool layers and tropes woven into the background. It's definitely one of my favorite parts of the 40k universe. So I'm super happy to finally jump into that. That's my week.
Cool. Flynn, what about you?
I've been working on finishing up my Dactylus conversion using just surprisingly become one of my favorite new Tyranid models, the Psychophage. It's brilliant as a basis for a conversion, and
Yeah.
I've taken your idea of using the Hive Tyrant wings as big arms to do it. It's never did it before.
To be clear, I
and
think I stole that idea from someone else, and I just can't remember who right now. But
and I have stolen it from you, and I just love the usage of it. It's just so good to get those nice gangly big arms. It's
Okay.
perfect for it. Now, I've got one thing funny that I've had at work. It's actually happened today. Someone called. So I work basically in a call center sort of thing, but not at your normal call center. But someone called in from America, and their question was one of their questions they asked one of the people there was, "Is Canada part of the UK?"
Listen, Flynnhammer, I get their confusion because, like, Christ, we got the queen on our money. Like, what? Oh, I guess now we're putting the king on it. We're hurrying to get the king on there before he realizes.
I thought you'd
But
get a little
what-
giggle out of that.
But we're laughing around here. Is it?
No. Okay, so we're part of the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
People know what the Commonwealth is?
Yeah.
Basically, we used to be a colony of the United Kingdom, and when the Americans were like, "Boo, UK, get out of here," Canada was like, "Oh, we're still good little subjects. We still love you. We'll still put the queen on our money." And that is all you need to know about Canada and the UK. And
Being a
we
good little subject, if you want, I'm streaming my camera right now as well. I just don't
okay,
know if
let's
you
see.
want to show it.
Let's see if I can find it.
Or if you care.
I care.
The-
Oh, I care.
Yeah. Oh,
I
other
care.
bit of
Nobody
hobby
cares.
other bit of hobby stuff for me.
Yeah.
So I posted last Friday. I posted my Spider Norn, which was originally started out as a Spider Tyrant Mark II, like an
Yeah.
updated version of it.
Oh, yep.
Then realized the size, the height of it, the base size it fit on, but make it into Spider Norn. Posted that, and that as a reel got over 300 followers from it. A broken 5,000 followers now on
What?
Instagram, and I'm like, what?
Wow.
How is the power?
Madness.
It's the power of reels. What the hell has Symbio Joe just done?
What? Symbio Joe's here? Huh?
Yes, he's
Oh,
just donated.
what?
Are you
100
fucking serious?
What the fuck?
Surprise, surprise! The king is back.
Yay!
The yacht fund. The yacht fund.
Well, actually, thank you for contributing to the yacht fund, Symbio Joe. That's also the dwarfenage / mausoleum fund. Because mausoleum, I gotta check how he wants me to pronounce it. Because dwarfenage is helping out with YouTube and gets a cut of YouTube stuff. So thank you, Symbio Joe, for helping to fund our collaboration.
I shall never get my yacht.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We're talking to a custom designer, a guy who can make a yacht that is like equal parts yacht and equal parts like, what's the word I'm looking for? Geigerish horror. Yeah. We're he's getting back to us. Simon, I don't see your video.
It's gone, and
Are there people seeing
idea
Simon's
why.
video? Oh, now it's coming back.
There it is.
All right, there we go.
As if by magic. But yeah,
I see it.
the
Holy
reels
cow,
are-
Symbio Joe! Wow.
Yeah.
Symbio, thank you so much. That is very generous of you. That is a bit. That is probably the largest super chat we've ever received.
I'm blushing around here. Like, really blushing.
So, Symbio Joe, you got to do like what like the other dudes do on the YouTubes when they're sending the super chats and make demands of us or ask us weird questions that we need to answer because you sent us a super chat.
Get naked now or something.
Well, the camera we could very well do that, but none of our cameras are on our faces. So Simon is technically naked right now. Look at those hands. There's not a cloth on them. Oh wait, I haven't got that up yet. Hold on. I'll get you the view of Simon's very naked hands. This is blip. Oh, there's some naked hands. What do you know?
Why you get the hand stuff up? Yeah, reels are overpowered if you want to grow.
Yeah, reels are OP because they thing wants you to do them so bad.
Yeah.
I'm stopping wiggling my fingers now.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate the wiggling. It got me going. I don't know if it got anybody else going, but it got me going.
Well, I think we need that sign out. We need the sign out.
It is always close to hand. Oh wait, is it backwards? Are you guys seeing it backwards or right way? Hold on, I think it's backwards.
Nice.
Flip horizontal. What? Oh, whoops, wrong one. This is the quality you pay top dollar for. This is the quality that Symbio Joe pays top dollar for. So that no one else has to. Yeah, if you're looking for ways to support our randomness on here and the channel and all the fun stuff we do, super chats on YouTube, that's one way. You can do it.
The other way is the Patreon.
The other way is the Patreon. I got a Patreon. And you know what? it has inadvertently become one of those Patreons where you get cool STLs.
Do you want to?
The fact that
Wait for
you
that.
might not have ever expected to get that from me, but it happened. Get this out of here.
Should we go into that in a moment because we still haven't
Sure.
touched on Simon, but
Oh.
also affiliate link posting.
Huh?
The affiliate link as well. You could.
Oh
use the
yeah.
affiliate link with
So
Fenris.
I've got an affiliate link with Fenris Workshop, who are a very lovely Canadian retailer. They also ship to the US. So you can I think that should be in the stream description. I think I put that in all the descriptions.
Yeah, it is. I'll just
Great.
post it in the
And
chat.
there should be a link to the Patreon there as well. Yes. What are you building, Simon?
Yeah, my week.
Okay.
Let's start
Go with your week.
with the easiest. I was shopping on Wednesday for art stuff in my class.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I found this thing, I made a reel of how to make a map easily.
Mm-hmm.
Was very inspired by that. Someone did it with rice, and I did it with I don't know, iron beads they're called. And while I was in that dollar store, I was looking, as always, at the plans. Like they have those little bags with some natural decoration materials. And they had these things in there. And at first I thought, what a funky, weird shape.
What are they?
But there's some sort of seed pods.
Cool.
Oh.
And
really
at first I was very skeptical, but they're
Yes.
super solid. Like I was cutting off the stems to place them evenly on this little piece here,
Mhm.
and I almost broke my fingers off cutting that stem. It's
Wow.
incredibly tough, and I will cover it in PVA a few times, but I like this
Ah,
chalky quality to it, and I'm actually not going to paint it because it looks so weird and alienish already.
So that's the natural
I mean,
color of them. You have no paint on them right now.
No. I think they are kind of painted by the.
yes. Usually they're brown, shades of brown. I
Yeah.
have some lying around here for 20 years, and I've always meant to do something with them, but never got around to it. Love them.
What
Nice.
type of seed pods are they?
I have no idea. Lotus or something? I don't know. The botanics out there will be able to tell. It sadly doesn't tell on the package.
Nothing you can smoke. Nothing you can smoke, Flynn.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, and so that was the start of my week. Talking about money, maybe I can spoil it here. I will make some formal acknowledgement of that.
You have your real
on my-
friends here. These are your real friends,
Yeah, but-
so you can share with them.
Exactly, as I have my real, especially my real wealthy friends here. I can tell you that. So the charity event thing that I did, the Solstice 28, has come to an end, and I finished it. And I was having a really bad day the other day at work. And while I was sitting there asking myself what I'm actually doing here and if it's any good that I actually am in this place, I came up with the idea to look at all the emails that I got for Solstice 28 and get a rough estimation of how much I need to cast.
Mhm.
And while I was doing that, I looked at the numbers that people donated, and I was shocked by the number that I got around. So to give you an idea, the first year I made this, I used all my friends that I knew, like Gardens of Hecate, and every one that was like Nick was there, and other people on Instagram that have more than 10,000 followers.
Mhm.
And with their help, we reached to get in year one 1,300. I think it was dollars, euros, whatever. And last year I did this on my own, and with no help of mighty friends, and we got together to 1,000 euros, dollars. No, I think it was euros. I said euros.
Yeah.
So we had pretty much exactly 1,000 euros.
Mhm.
And Yeah, so I wasn't expecting much this year because I was again like doing it again. And I assume lots of people already had, the cast, and I wasn't expecting much, especially since you could read on the in the media that the willingness to donate was going down and everything. Yeah, and I was shocked because we have gathered 2,114 euros.
Way!
Congratulations,
Wow.
buddy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Super cool.
I was totally taken by surprise by that. I was just putting numbers together, and then I put the numbers together again and again. Yeah, because I simply couldn't believe it. I think that was that's what I call a whooping success.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Hey.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Yeah, that was.
Super cool.
I was very touched by that. And in Solstice news, the other thing that I did this week was I ordered stuff on Amazon, sent it back, found out that I needed some of the stuff that I have sent back, and ordered it again, and went to the hardware store because I was basically trying to find a cable that works that could connect my pressure pot to my vacuum pump.
Yeah.
Cable or a hose?
A hose, yes, a
Yeah.
hose. And because the pressure pot has sockets for pressurized air,
Yeah.
but the vacuum chamber, the vacuum pump has a complete different setup. Like has completely different connections, and I couldn't get a hose that would fit on both things. And so I ordered and tried and talked to the dudes in the hardware store who had no idea at all, until I sat down 1.5 hours to understand how these nipples, they're actually called nipples, so how these nipples works, and those screws and all that, and there are different loadouts. So apparently when you have pressurized air, you have a complete different system to when you have vacuum, which is, to me, it's simply air, but they're completely different screws that hold everything together. And one is called SAE and one is called R, and they look the same. You type in, I want a hose with a socket of 1/4 inch, and it's completely different if you have a vacuum 1/4 inch or if you have a pressurized air 1/4 inch. It's
What?
completely different.
That's mad.
Yeah, and they're even more different systems. So instead of having like a system for all, working for all, we have for all kinds of different applications, different sizes.
Yeah.
And that has been really
Annoying.
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
But I finally came around to understand, and finally I just cut the hose open and stuffed one thing in one side, and I'm hoping it will work now. I hope this weekend to try it out and see if it actually works.
Well,
And
as you're
then-
dealing with pressurized air and vacuums, I hope you don't blow some stuff up.
Yeah, to the very end. In the very end, I watched a video where a dude actually compared pressurized vacuum chamber versus pressure pot. And he said, for casting resin, you basically don't need a vacuum chamber. And I was like, yeah, I've been fucking around for 2 weeks with this stupid vacuum pump, and now you tell me I don't need it. Are you kidding me? But I believe I still do need it. So it wasn't
Yeah, for
all
sure.
for shits. But
I'm
yeah.
absolutely certain that it's better.
Yeah, especially I hope to vacuum the resin. No, not the resin, but the silicone. Get out all the air bubbles, so I have nice, perfect molds, and then I will pressurize the resin, and then we'll have all perfect casts. Hooray!
Hooray.
Yeah, and finally, that wasn't all. There are 2 more things. First of all, I went to a Games Workshop for the first time since
Hell hath frozen over.
I don't know when. It's really long time ago. And the positive side is that I took this funky little beast man with me, and he didn't cost me anything.
Oh, they gave him to you. Oh man, I gotta get a beast man. Yeah, they're on.
No, they
giveaways.
didn't. They didn't give it to me. They just I just took it.
What? You
Because
stole it?
The dude there couldn't care less. This was the most uninspired. I'm not telling you which one I went to because
Yeah.
I don't want to blame anyone, but that was the most. Maybe because I was carrying my little boy on my shoulders because we've been to the doctors before.
Yeah.
But it was like I went in there and he was like, "Oh, look at this, look at that, look at there, look at a dragon, this, that." Like he knows a bit of
your
the
son,
terminology or anything.
I can't tell if it was your son who was doing this or the guy in Games Workshop who was going, "Oh, look at this, look at that."
No, it was my son. And at first I came in and I thought there was no staff in the Games Workshop.
Yeah.
Until I realized there was this dude hiding at the painting station. Like there were two people playing a game.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And when I entered after like 5 minutes, he said, "Yeah, can I help you?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Uh-huh." And then he he continued ignoring me. That was surprising because I was expecting something completely different.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know, I'm still torn. I felt like I got off the hook easy because if he would have started talking to me about all my old loves, that could have been possibly dangerous to me. But this way, I could walk through there, and then a young lady with her friend came in, and the lady asked the dude for the miniature of the month.
Yeah.
And he vaguely gestured and said, "They're over there."
What? They're just like in a box?
Yeah.
There
man.
were a couple of them on a table, and he said, "Yeah, they're over there." And she said, "Yeah, so do I take them or what?" And he said, "Yeah, same procedure as every year." And just in German. And I thought he was fucking kidding everyone. And so she went over there and showed her friend how to build a model. And he was continuously painting his Necrons. That was surprising because I would have expected something completely different. But that's how it goes apparently nowadays.
So he's not going to win Employee of the Year.
Probably not. But as little as he liked apparently his job, the happy I am. Because as I said, if he would have started talking to me about, I don't know what, like, "Oh, you've been to the hobby, blah blah blah," and if I would have started talking, I would have probably
buying?
Yeah, thought, well, 42 euros for a box, that's not too much. Blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was happy to just snag this little beast man and be off.
Oh man, I want to get a beast man. Those are cool models.
And when I came home, I decided that I needed to spend money elsewhere.
Yeah.
And bought the Cauldron rule book.
Cauldron.
Cauldron, yeah, that's an indie game made by Hill Giant Games.
Mm-hmm.
The dude who basically wrote the rules is called White Tiger Tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a funky game about goblins and orcs and trolls in a swamp. And that's been circling in my brain ever since.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. Very exciting.
So that's been your week in the hobby.
Oh no. I don't know. Marco, am I allowed to talk about it?
For sure.
Okay. I started building this thing.
Oh, your camera's really dark. Can you do anything about that, or is it going to just be too much trouble? Let me see if I can mess with it.
I can try.
I might be able to screw it over on my end.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Properties,
better?
Scale. Yeah, better, much better. Oh, now we can see everything. You did it.
Yes. Sam, what are we seeing?
Oh, we found one of the 4 artists.
We are seeing like the continuation of a design I have started felt aeons ago.
Where's
like
the
very long time ago, I had a I got somehow hold of a Slan priest, and I always liked those toads. And I didn't have anything to do with it, so I turned him into a gene stealer. And then I put it back in the shelf, and this thing has been lying around for ages. And at some point, I gave it to Unique, apparently, which is good because I completely forgot where I put it. And before I started searching for it, you said that you have it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Can I see it again?" Because what I'm doing here is I'm revisiting this design. Viewers of the Creature Conference, oh, there he is. Maybe remember hearing me and Marco talk about that when we kind of did a review on those things.
Yes.
Oh, on the slan? On the what's it called? Seraphon?
Yeah. And I said I would love to turn that into a patriarch, into a Gene Stealer Cultist patriarch. And that's basically what I'm doing here for Mr. Moloch's cult.
Woohoo!
So
Artist number
I'm
1 revealed.
Yeah. So I'm kind of sawing off. I like those South American designs on this,
Mhm.
like those. I would say Aztec or Mayan inspired designs.
Mhm.
And when you start looking at the designs on this thing, you have I had at some point the feeling that two different people were working on this because there are certain patterns that simply don't fit to other patterns.
Mhm.
Like their design was, there are 3 different patterns on that, but I don't want to be bothered by that. So I was inspired by some of that, like on the armrest, there are these. I don't know if you can see it properly, but there are those snake things. And they have these big, bulky eyes. And the whole idea is that this thing has been resting in the depth of the sea for aeons, and at some point it was risen. In my imagination, there was a gene stealer, like when the Hive Fleet send out gene stealers to start new cults, they send them in those little pods, right? And send them out singly. In my head, it's a little bit like in Star Wars when they send out those probe droids.
Yeah.
Cool.
And at some, like one of those pods crashed in a sea, into the sea, and because it sank to the ground and there was not much to do for the gene stealer. He, I don't know if he started a cult with fish or if he just got accustomed
you guys,
to
let's be
the
friends.
surrounding or whatever. This part remains a mystery, but at some point some fishermen pulled something from the deep sea, and this is what they found. And now the big toad man has been resting for aeons below the surface, and is now taking over everything. Something along those lines. Very Lovecraftian idea behind that, but
Your favorite.
Now I have the image of the patriarch still being a young, whipping small gene stealer, giving a child the gene stealer's kiss, and thousands of child hybrids being born into the ocean. Whoa!
No, he was a gene stealer. He started with an octopus.
No,
yeah, but
Simon,
it's so hard to kiss them because of their beak.
Well, he found a way. Where there's a will,
Simon,
Hydra, there's a way. Love
Oh,
finds
that's
a
right.
way.
Oh, that's
are you
right.
talking
In
from-
life,
Are you talking from experience?
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh shit.
yeah. So what I'm doing here is basically I'm trying to figure out how much I can cut away from this, and replace those patterns with something else, like I did here, and then I will add corals to it, and change out little designs to make it a little bit more gene stealer culty. Yeah, I'm pretty happy where it goes by now, and I'm trying to do the either large, bulky, unblinking eyes as they're described in Lovecraft, or maybe lots of unblinking eyes. I'm not sure. I have to see how the face goes along, and if I can put multiple eyes in there or just a big pair. Yeah, that's what I've been doing in my spare free time.
All right.
I couldn't be more excited to have and to see you tackling this project, Simon. I'm super happy and totally stoked to see which direction it goes. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's great. It feels like baby steps. Like this arm, turning the arm into a Gene Stealer arm took me felt one evening, but it is fun to to go back and see how it works and back and forth. That's it's cool to work on to transform something like in very detailed places. I feel like this is a very detailed piece because I'm trying to on the one side change the model not too much, on the other side leave the lizardman aesthetic at some point and make it a believable Gene Stealer cultish piece.
Nice. Well, since you let the cat out of the bag with that one, I'll let my own cat out of the bag.
Meow.
What?
Marco said
Go,
there were
go, go.
4 artists helping with his cults. We found one of them. Now you found the second one. I am also working on a model for Marco's cults. Confusingly, I am also working on a patriarch. Which patriarch's gonna
What?
win? Who knows? Oh shit. But yes, I don't know how did we decide to do 2 patriarchs? I can't really remember. Can you remember, Marco?
You just Simon and me talked about the Slam Patriarch being the fat one, and suddenly you dropped in and said, "I want to do a lean Patriarch as well." That was the whole discussion, and then we came up with a background.
Yeah. So I guess I was feeling a little left out by this super fun team project, and I was like, what about me? What about me? Don't you want me to do a patriarch too? And then yeah, that's what I'm working on here. So I posted a picture of this on, I don't know if I posted it on Instagram, but I posted it on my YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be Simon's gonna be doing the fat one, and I'm gonna be doing the thin one. And it's being based off a bunch of Vargul for Flesh Eater quartz. I don't know what the heck, flesh whatever quartz stuff. And then we got like a piece from like Catacross, the Bone Boy, Osiarch Bone Reapers. There's like a weird bug thing from some troll set. We got the arms and the head from I think he's called a courtier. He's one of the flesh quartz dudes. And yeah, some like other random bone bits and stuff. So we'll see how it comes together. So maybe I'll just work on this tonight. I wasn't sure what to work on. And we'll have to see how the fluff plays out for 2 patriarchs competing.
Well, it's gonna be the tale of the 2 patriarchs.
There you go.
The basic idea is that the 2 patriarchs are in a state of rivalry, in a way. Not too obvious and not too confrontational, but both are leading the cult. The cult's base is on a coastal area where the coast is swampy and there's some mining facilities within the sea, under the ocean. And Simon's patriarch is going to be the ocean one, and Nick's patriarch is going to be the one in the swamp. One of them, and we haven't decided which one yet, is full on pursuing the genetic plan to get consumed by a Hive Fleet, while the other patriarch is a genetic deviant and has developed a different kind of consciousness, and he's trying to prevent the whole cult being consumed by a Hive Fleet. And the whole question is, how is this whole story in the swampy coast going to play out between the 2 rivaling patriarchs? It's an interesting idea because it adds some conflict and adds even more layers to the background of the Gene Stealer cult, which I really love. Super cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's very that can be very rich and very deep for
Yes.
storytelling. And what I also like about that idea is that you can easily add later on different unit types. Like
Yes.
that's what I like to do. If like getting a baseline into an army, and afterwards being like, oh, I would like some, I don't know, this and that, and they are more on this side of the cult, and therefore they look this way, or they are more on that side, and therefore they look completely different, and
Oh,
then
I
you
fully
are not
support that.
down.
With my
Sorry?
own cult, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to do Bladed Cog, which is more like cyborg dudes, or I wanted to do Twisted Helix, which is more like biological horrors, big muscular freakish mutants. So I decided that my cult would be a merger of the two, and one detachment will be mutated boys, and one detachment will be cyborg dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Marco, what
yeah.
what you've done so far with the 4 that you've shown off look absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
they're
Thank
freaking
you.
cool.
The cool thing
think-
is, I'm totally in love with most of the official Gene Stealer cult character models. One is cooler than the next.
Yeah.
I still remember being away from 40k, and I thought that was it for me. And I saw those characters and thought, damn, they're so cool.
And then Games Workshop dragged you back in.
Yes, that's what they did. And right now, when I thought what I would like to have in the army, I chose all of the characters. But luckily, it makes total sense for some of the characters to have multiples of, like the Saboteur and the Primus, and basically most of them. So I was forced to think of conversions, what to do. And I feel like I've only just about started to do a couple of interesting variants, how those could be. The sky's the limit, because every human model is a potential Gene Stealer card
Yeah.
model. So cool. And of course, I read Nick's website blog from 2016 and the whole progress he did on the Omega strain, which was super inspiring.
Started in 2016, but I think I finished it in 2017. It was like over those 2 years.
Yeah, okay. I read it all just for a second time recently.
Good man.
It's so
Yes.
crazy that when I was discussing things with Marco, he said, "Yeah, just look at the throne." And I thought, okay, well, that hasn't been so long. And I went to your Instagram feed just to keep scrolling. My fingers bleeding.
No.
Further down, further down, further down, even more, even more. Oh no! It never stops.
I say this sometimes that like I don't often like I try not to repost my old stuff too much because I think that everyone has a encyclopedic knowledge of everything I've ever posted on Instagram, and they'll be like, why the hell are you reposting this? I've already seen this. But I should repost old shit more often because people probably have never seen that throne.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Try to find some of the stuff you guys have been talking about. It's just a scrolling nightmare to post.
Okay, listen. Go to my profile here. Here's a hint. Anyone who uses Instagram to post their hobby stuff, you need to create a unique hashtag for your army, for your projects. Yes, Instagram is garbage for hashtags, but if you post enough of them, you'll get some. And then what you can do is you can do what I do in my Instagram bio, which is I put the hashtags for all of my armies in it. So if you just go to my Instagram bio, you can click on the hashtag for the Omega strain, and then you'll find all my Gene Stealer cult stuff. Or you can scroll across my saved Instagram highlights, and there'll be one for the Omega strain, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, Instagram is not the best to act as a gallery.
Well, there's ways to hack it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not Symbio. Flynnhammer, can you check if Symbio Joe gave us a command for his super chat or a question?
Okay.
While he's doing that, I saw that someone said that he wanted to see Tyranids or Gene Stealer cult fish thing.
Oh,
And that made me remember the thing I made for you, Marco, for your
Yes.
wedding.
oh! I was thinking of your fish
I still have
cultists.
it. I still have it, of course.
You do.
Yes, of course. I
It
know.
was so big. I thought it would be gone by now for good.
I still have it, and I still love it.
Why would he throw
Yeah,
that out? We're amazing. We did amazing work.
Yes.
yeah. For I think that there were never pictures of that shown anywhere.
There was
so
someone Warp Shadow, I think.
for people interested, what we did was we turned like our 3 Hive fleets into aquatic warriors.
Yeah.
To combine the two passions Marco has, like Tyranids and diving.
Marco, that's a limited edition one. That's Hive Fleet Fenrir, which doesn't exist anymore. That scheme is
Ooh.
gone.
Which is gone.
Okay.
My old scheme.
Sure.
Do you want to take pictures of it, Marco, at some point and maybe post it up? Like, no rush, but
Yes.
I mean, you're the man with the
I
cool
will.
cameras.
Definitely.
So there's
Good man.
nothing from Symbiote Joe as requests. Yeah.
Wait, one thing. Sorry, Flynn, to interrupt. Simon, when you were talking about fish and gene stealers, I thought you were going to talk about your cult.
Oh,
Your fisherman cult.
yes. What about them?
Well, they're a good demonstration of gene stealers and aquatic stuff, aren't they?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was basically what I'm doing here with the Slan for Marco is basically the idea I had for the cult, that they were like trash fisher on a weird water world like place where there's no really land mass, where they have those scavenger ships who kind of try to dig out stuff from the deep sea, and they pulled out something. Basically, the idea from Innsmouth, a Shadow over Innsmouth,
Yep.
where the dude called Obed Marsh kind of he's a fisher. No, he's a sailor, and he kind of makes a deal with the devil, and he pulls things from the deep sea. And that was my idea for my Gene Stealer cult. That they have kind of found something in the deep sea, and then it came up and gave him a little kiss. And ever since, they are having too many arms.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have access to any? Oh, your screen got dark again. You know what it is? I think it's your desk. Or your camera got dark. Because your desk is very bright. Maybe your camera's like... No, but even that seems underexposed. There, whatever you did, that's it.
That's weird. I just put up the... It's on manual, and I had it very dark, and now it's really bright. I know.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, I don't know how it changed back, but this is perfect.
Good.
Do you want to show any of those cultists? I don't know if you have them anywhere nearby.
Oh, yeah, sure. To make you a little excited.
Huh?
To make you a little excited?
Yeah, because we got this whole like incestuous relationship here on the Creature Conference, where like Simon and I are making patriarchs for Marco, and then like Simon's got a fish cult that he was gonna sell to Marco, but now he's giving it to me, and I'm gonna paint it up, and it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's a weird circle jerk, huh?
Okay,
sorry, what was that?
Something we need to sign for.
Oh?
Here is what we have. I'll get a paper to help the focus.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if that's too bright, but...
Oh, I'm gonna make you bigger. 1 sec. People can actually see this. Here we go. Bear with. There we go. Oh, we got some focus. It's okay. Cool.
Yeah, so this is a Juve, I guess. Like skinny dude. I like those glass face. This glass face.
Yeah.
those goggles. That's what I'm talking
Yep.
about. So that's one dude, and he has a brother. Where? The brother is here. That's the other dude.
Yep.
Yeah, and I always wanted to do something with that car door gang because it looks so nicely ragtag. And give him this little sailor beanie, no
Yep.
dock worker beanie.
Yep.
And then there was I did that for Kit Ember, and there was the medic tag.
Yep.
And it's when I used the female Magus head 4 and gave her a little medical kit box, and she has 3 arms. And of course a syringe. Oh geez. Yeah, I'm trying to stay in place, but
Well, I'm also trying to make it bigger because they're very small on screen.
yeah. So that's her.
Yep.
Who else? We have Pirate Lady.
Awesome.
Pirate Lady with a pirate hat and a big shotgun.
She's awesome.
And
They're
of
all
course
awesome.
an ice saber.
Yeah.
And what they do have are those little sea pox on their clothing.
Little what?
Like sea pox. Those
Oh.
things that you also find on whales and ships.
Barnacles.
Barnacles.
Barnacles. Yeah. She has barnacles on her coat. And then we had someone called a hacker. I don't know, but I like the I think it was in Revenor where a chaos cult was very high tech. And I always liked that, having like a cult that's working clandestine and not just burning candles to get their goals, but also having hackers and stuff like that
Yep.
to achieve their goals.
Well, there's even an official model, the Klamavus, which does informational warfare.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think that guy's supposed to be a hacker. Good point.
Yeah, that's why he has this funky little touch screen.
Yeah.
And all those cables and a mechanical brain. If he's down, he's the ship's going nowhere. But if the ship needs fixing, we have this dude.
Yep. Oh, I like that guy.
He has like a I don't know what's that called, but yeah, but it's on his utility backpack, and he of course has the what we call. My father told me that this tool is called the house rules.
House rules?
Yes. The big sledgehammer is called the house rules.
Oh,
Nick, it's a joke.
Yes.
Haha. Oh, German joke. Haha. Haha. German joke.
Yeah,
haha.
German joke. Yeah. If you can lift it, you can start talking about making your own rules.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like Thor or Excalibur.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. And then we have another pirate with a gun. Pirate head. Making those pirates' head was great fun. And then we have another pirate, and of course he needs a peg leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Having great fun sculpting backpacks here. What I did was doing flat green stuff circles, which probably don't show pretty well, but I imagined them having like patches on their, sewn on patches on their.
Simon, can you try holding them closer to the camera?
Sure.
I don't know if it'll focus, but. Oh, yeah, I think it's okay.
You can kind of see them there. I made them in other places as well.
Yep.
And it also was great fun to turn those fantasy miniatures into science fiction miniatures. That was pretty fun.
Or are these from What is it?
Fireforge.
Fireforge, okay.
Yeah. And yeah, last but not least, we have the good old sealer that I always wanted to do.
Undersea
It's so cool.
monstrosity.
So cool, so cool, so
God,
cool.
yeah.
You used the 2nd edition Gene Stealer. What else?
Yes.
Is the 3rd edition in there too, or no? Or is that Chaos?
There's the tail is from a
one of those things from Warcry?
Yes, exactly. And we have Demonette claw hands, which are the perfect fit if you ask me. And then I don't know what I use for the secondary pair of limbs, but I don't know, green stuffed over it anyway.
Yep.
And of course tentacles for the face, and little barnacles on it as well, because the old Gene Stealer had those weird lumps on his skin.
True.
And I tried to mimic that on the plastic parts that I added, so it blends better. Yeah, that's what I did.
Amazing work.
That's what I did. Thank you. Now,
I'm even
so
more
that's
excited to see them.
I hope they will not fall short of your expectation.
No, they will not. How could they?
And in spite, what I like is that you want to take them to the weird. No. Okay.
Yes.
You are a
but
man
no.
of too many secrets.
Too many secrets.
Yeah.
And
now I just throw them back in here. Haha.
Okay.
They're gone forever. Oh, I found one of my favorite dudes. I don't know how I missed him.
Oh,
But
yes.
That one.
Oh, I love this guy. He's got the big bow for like shooting down whales.
Yeah. That was great
Bloody
fun
whale.
to build.
Amazing.
Like having this little cable spool on his backpack will probably not really be handy, but
how did you make that? Didn't that take a shitload of work?
Whee!
Yeah, I tried to find a way how to make this massively huge crossbow work on a model.
Yeah.
And decided that if anyone is holding it in his hands, it will be blocking everything else.
Right.
And so I put it on the back. What I used was a flamer stock, and glued the Cardor crossbow to it. And that's some very thin copper wire. I think I pulled that wire from electric cable.
Okay.
You
can also buy spools of it. I have like a spool of super thin copper wire.
Yeah.
For modeling.
I have, if you've renovated a house, you have lots of leftover cables.
Yeah. Mine's usually thicker than that though.
That's also pulled from electric cable. I like to use them, but if you have like a charging cable that doesn't work anymore, or if you have like
smart,
your mobile stuff like that, they're very thin, very very thin wires.
Okay, gotcha.
In Germany, we love the environment.
Yeah.
For those in chat, I've just posted a link to Hydra's Instagram post with the guy, just so you can see if you want to see a bit
found it? Wow.
Clearer image.
Hard to find those.
I said I've been scrolling all the same. You guys show stuff, and I've been scrolling all day, scrolling all the time for it.
Thanks, Flynn.
That's why I'm so quiet.
Thanks, Flynn. Okay, can you get loud and tell us about what's going on in the chat?
Okay, so give me a moment because we've got quite a bit. So I'm going to say hello to everyone here first of all. So we have got Electro Dust Bunny, we've got Raiden 995, Moon 44, Moose Iced, Vermis is here. I know I saw earlier
Vermis?
Jade. I saw Jade Finch earlier.
I feel like we haven't seen Jade Finch in a while.
Yeah.
Good to see Jade Finch. Welcome back.
Where is it? Well, they did say about them not being here. I'm just trying to find that. So it's long time since I've been able to tune in. Hope you're all doing well.
We missed you, but we're happy to see you again.
I can never get the right name, but it's I think it's Terra.
Terra
Yeah.
or something? I don't know.
Terra, yeah. Trapdoor Ogre says hello.
Ooh,
I'll watch
Trapdoor
this
Ogre, hello.
tomorrow, but wanted to say hi.
Hi.
There have been some frogs in chat when this land came out.
Nice.
And mentions about the Fat Patriarch. That's by Symbio Joe. Symbio Joe's. But Musa says it's funny that most Tyranid fans also love Seraphon because they overlap a lot. And
Tyranids are basically just dinosaurs. I think that's why Vermis likes Tyranids, the dinosaur factor.
So Symbio Joe says, well, space dinosaurs and regular dinosaurs.
Yeah, agreed.
And Musa says, we're all just dino kids.
Yep.
Tyler Blevins is here as well. Mentioned about the fish stealer cult.
Howdy, Tyler.
And says, I want to see aquatic nids in official artwork. So many things allude
Sorry,
to them.
did you just say official artwork?
Yes.
Ah, see what I did there? Official fish?
A fish.
Aquatic fish? Ah, come on. My humor's wasted on you people.
You got two people whose first language isn't English, and then you got me.
Yeah, what's your excuse, Flynn?
But that is just terrible. That is absolutely terrible.
Simon's humor was wasted on you too.
Right.
The hammer was funny.
Right.
Yes.
Har har. Har har. Have we convinced you to go back to work more on your cult, Simon?
Well, I definitely need to take some pictures of them, some proper.
I thought you... Oh, okay, yeah.
Before I ship them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just found the Magus.
Hey.
Ooh. Oh, man. You're all so good.
Larger than I remember them to be. Even more models.
There's piles of them.
Really?
There's like 12, 13, something?
I think 12, yeah.
So many! Holy shit.
Yeah, you got the friends discount, my friend.
Absolutely. I just thought I'm really making a super good deal, as is probably Nick. Awesome.
Yep.
And so we've also got Tom Wilson in chat as well.
Hello, Tom Wilson. Yeah. Okay, so like the theme of this stream was supposed to be like, what are you looking forward to in your hobby to the new year? This is not like what models you want to come out, but like what is your hobby focus for the coming year?
Oh, how much time do we have?
Well, your focus will shift next week. We'll ask you again. But just like
what?
Ideas and thoughts. You always have a new project. You always have cool new like game systems you're either developing or discovering.
Oh, come on. I'm not the butterfly in this group.
You're
Says
not?
the butterfly in the
Who
group.
is? Am I?
You are the project butterfly.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I am. Okay, so then I'm gonna start. So my it's not a resolution. Resolutions suck, they're garbage. But my focus for this year is I want to finish what I started. I want to like go back to projects that I didn't finish and need to finish. I was like, oh, I'll tell myself that I won't start any new projects in 2024. I'll just make old ones. So I'm like, oh, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, my focus is gonna be trying to move along things that have been languishing for too long. Technically, I had the idea for this Patriarch in 2023, so, you know.
Really?
These things happen. Yeah, so like that kind of stuff. And then, just like getting more cool stuff up on YouTube, with the help from Mausoleum, Dwarfenage. That would be fun. And then, something that we kind of like mentioned briefly earlier, but Flynn said maybe touch on more later. I've started kind of off and on collaborating with Io Butov, the Tyranid, well, not Tyranid, the 3D modeler, who does some really cool third-party Tyranids. And very much early days, but we created some skulls for different kinds of Tyranids, like Gaunts.
Wow.
Or I think there's a Lictor skull in there, and there's a Von Ryan Lieber skull in there.
What?
Just as a kind of like idea, because I was thinking about using them for my Kroot, but then I figured other people might find them useful. So they're currently available in STL format on my Patreon for anyone who pays for a paid Patreon subscription. So I think the minimum is like $3 Canadian, and you could like join for 1 month, download them, and then bugger off if you want. But we've already got something in the works for next month too, like a kind of a useful conversion bit that harkens to some Tyranid history. So you can look forward to that.
Oh.
Ooh, look. You're getting into the Patreon game now.
I was already on. What are you talking about? I've been on Patreon for more than a year.
Yeah, but now you're trying to lure people into that.
I've been trying
Like
to lure
before
people
you-
onto Patreon. What do you think Hotbug Summer stickers were? There's a bunch of people who joined my Patreon thanks to Hotbug Summer stickers.
Yeah.
As well they should.
I've been luring for a while, but yeah, like the whole, I don't know. I never set out to put STLs on my Patreon, and it just kind of was like a happy coincidence with me and Butov started to chat, and that guy's got all kinds of ideas and all kinds of projects going on, and every so often we work on one together, so hopefully it continues.
Well, for some reason, I totally missed the skulls. I really need them now. And I wish I had them when I started the Imperial Knights project, because I would have covered them in Tyranid skulls.
Oh,
Awesome.
well,
Awesome.
yeah, there's pictures of them. If you go to my my YouTube and you go to the community page that no one knows exists, it's kind of like where you can post
Yeah.
pictures and stuff. There are some pictures of them on there, and then there's more pictures over on the Patreon.
Good
Yeah.
lord. I have not seen them.
Community.
Well, I haven't posted them.
I-
It's like basically you go to like the YouTube page and then you scroll over to the right or something. There's like different tabs. Like there's like
Oh,
videos,
shit,
live, podcasts.
But I guess it's way down somewhere.
No, it's the very first thing.
What?
There's gonna be a picture that says
Oh,
Pinky Io Butov.
Clever.
Ah, yeah. Okay,
Clever.
okay.
There you go.
I
You made a
see.
beak. You made a beak.
Nice.
I didn't make nothing. Butov made a beak. We just talked about some stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure you came up with a beak.
No, actually he did.
Woo. Okay,
cool.
great. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. What I've noticed is on Butov's Facebook page, he's wiped it off all his posts, or he's hidden them all.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, but I have linked it to it because you can still see tagged some previous work that he's done, and people have posted on their page and tagged him in.
Nice. Yeah, he's a super chill dude. And like one of the coolest things about talking to him is that if you looked at his work, you would be like, this guy's only really into like copying Games Workshop models. How interesting is that? And he wants to do other stuff, but every time he does other stuff, no one wants to pay for it and no one wants to download it. And literally
Okay.
all of his messages in his inbox are, hey, can you copy this Games Workshop model? Hey, can you copy this Games Workshop model?
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Yeah.
he literally did a whole bunch of different poses for the Screamer Killer and for the Norn Emissary. And like ones
Yeah.
where like the Screamer Killer is like running and stuff. And I think he's working with Xenobits, which is another sculptor. And he made all these poses and like they're all like available or whatever. And then someone came back to them and they're like, oh, can you change the legs on this model so that it looks more like the Games Workshop one? And he's like, what the fuck? I did all this work to make it original and different and interesting, and all you want is just like a photocopy. And like these people can't convert for themselves; they need him to do it so they can just print it. I don't know. I think it's
Welcome to
frustrating.
the mainstream.
Yeah, well, he's frustrated by it too. He's got all kinds of cool ideas that he came up with. Like, for example, one of the reasons he did those skulls, and there's also like there's some gaunt corpses in there, and there's like one of the designs is like a pile of gaunt skulls. Oh, and shout out to the storyboard guy, because Butov sculpted them, but the storyboard guy is the guy who did all the supports.
Haha.
Okay,
So thank you,
okay.
storyboard guy, for handling the supports for those.
Nice.
Yeah, they were easy for him to do because he did this like version of a gaunt that was like dead. It was like a skeleton of a gaunt, but it was posed as if it was like running. So it was kind of like an undead gaunt. Yeah, apparently no one wanted that. It was a really cool idea, and no one wanted to pay for it. No one wanted to download it. So he doesn't want to just be copying Games Workshop stuff, but apparently that's all people are interested in.
I think I know why people want just to get copy Games Workshop stuff. They can buy it, print it, go to a Games Workshop store, and if the guy's not smart enough who's there, they can just go, "Oh, it's a genuine model. I
Well,
can
you guys
use it in the
chat amongst
store."
yourselves. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I fear that is pretty much the case, that those who get the biggest downloads have to be as close to the original IP as possible, so you don't have any discussions like, "Ooh, what are you using there?"
Because I remember
Yeah.
when we talked about the 3D print model stream that we did, that we reviewed some of the stuff, and we all kind of went overall was like the stuff that's just basically copying Games Workshop is not really that fun. It was the more stuff we were interested in, where like they're taking it and moved it in their own direction. You might not have liked the direction they went, but it was good to see it, or like there's bits of it we'd want to take ourselves from it.
Yeah.
But the direct copies are not really that fun. They're just, oh, you done that, you just copied it, and
Such a surprise.
yeah. But there's stuff on there that I know that he did before that you can't get anymore, that are just like, that looks amazing. But you just can't get them anymore.
Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah. It's me and Marco.
Just check. I'll be right back.
I'm back.
Yay!
Now it's your turn.
Sorry, Nora was taken off. I had to say bye.
Okay.
Okay.
What I just said, where you were always like, when we did that 3D printing, the STL review sort of stream, we kind of all ended up saying like the ones that were direct copies weren't as fun. The ones that took the designs in their own way, we liked better. But most of them, we were like, we like this little bit from it. Like we like certain pieces from it. We'd want to take just that piece.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It wasn't a. I'm trying to get the phrase again. Like we take that file just to get that one bit, so we could use it ourselves.
I can't say too much, but I should say that you should stay tuned to Io Butov. He's got some plans that might line up with that.
It's just I just don't have a 3D printer.
Well, you'll know someone who does.
Yeah.
You know what you do if you need a 3D printer? Join a gaming group. I joined a gaming group here in Toronto, and I was trying to, before Io Butov, I was trying to collaborate with another artist, and like I needed to find a way to like print resin stuff pretty quickly. And I was coming up blank. And then I joined this, I found a printer, a guy who could help me with it, but his prices were very high and not really feasible for me. But then I found a dude in our gaming group, and like we'll like do like trade for service or whatever. Like I'll give him like feedback and ideas on like his conversions and stuff like that, and he'll print things for me occasionally, so that's really helpful. That's something to consider.
Oh yeah, just Sibio Joe makes a good point. Just remember, there are people out there who, in all seriousness, ask Mark Gibbons to draw them as a Space Wolf captain.
Right. Right.
I remember.
That was a good story. Hey,
Yep.
hot tip. If you don't know already, we did an interview with Mark Gibbons, famous Games Workshop artist, famous Blizzard artist, famous Riot Games artist, super awesome everything artist. And it was episode 100 of the Creature Conference. If you're just joining us now at the Creature Conference, or you...
What?
Sounds like I'm being kidnapped.
Yes. It sounded a bit weird, no?
Kidnapped by exploding beer. Fuck!
Yay.
The beers in my fridge are cursed! Cursed! Damn it! Sorry. Oh my god. I opened a beer and it like immediately like frothed right up. So I tried to get my mouth on it, but I couldn't handle it.
Phrasing.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we did an episode where we interviewed Mark Gibbons. It was super amazing. He was super lovely. Episode 100 of the Creature Conference. It's on YouTube. One day it will be in like the Xenos Alchemist podcast when I ever get back to that. But for now, you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, one of the stories he told us was that people ask him to draw them as Space Wolf Cap. You guys still there?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
still here.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go recover.
And
my
I'm
beer.
back.
Hi.
Yeah, because I just said to my wife that exactly what Symbio Joe said. That's what she said.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
What
how
did Symbio Joe
far
say?
did you progress on your year's resolutions?
We
Oh yeah, someone else. No, someone else talk. I did mine. Who wants to go next? They're not okay. Not New Year's resolutions. I feel like New Year's resolutions are just a recipe for disaster.
Stop there. Have you read what Symbio Joe said?
No, what did it say? Symbio, Flynn, what's up?
Which one? The Mark Gibbons one about?
Oh
the
wait,
Space
I will
Wolf?
buy no Games Workshop this year, and at the end of
Yes.
the year, I will sell raffle everything I did not build or paint this year. So this will probably end up being a building frenzy. Whoa, are you serious, Symbio? That is a cool idea. Holy cow.
That's pretty insane if you ask me, but
Wow.
Symbio, tell us if that's a joke or if you're serious, man.
yeah. So New Year's
Plan.
Oh.
Vision.
Yeah. I want to say plan, and what I did was we will get to these folks later, I guess. What I did last year was I made this. I made a map at the start of the year.
Oh
Like,
shit, that's smart.
I pretty much get hype trained. And when all the hobby podcasts are talking about how their year has been and what they want to do next year, I feel like I want to do that too. And last year, because I didn't have anyone to talk to, I sat down
What about
and
us?
yeah, I know. But you don't like New Year's resolutions. Yeah, and when you look at that list, like there's one point says saying Tyranids, and that I tried to I wanted to do Dim Karen. I didn't. And I did want to do a Grilla Titan. I didn't. But that was very much from the top of my head without any pressure what I wanted to do. Yes, that's your list. That's what this was inspired by.
Yeah, this is my my list that I made when I was going to do Kroot for Adepticon. I don't know who I think I was inspired by someone, but I don't know. So I had like, are they built and are they painted? Like the blue square is built and the red square is painted. And it was like half shaded and it's half painted, and you can see how far I got.
That's pretty much what I did. So as you can see, I had on my list, I had Necropolis, World War Wizards, Brawlercane, Sludge, Fishing, Solstice, Tyranid, Stargrave, and Masters of the Universe.
Sorry, I'm the hobby butterfly? Excuse me?
Look, you're the project butterfly.
Yeah. Spoiler.
These are also projects.
Nick's got a
Yeah.
point.
Thank you,
Nick's
Marco.
got a point.
Thank you, Marco.
Yep.
Go ahead. Spoiler.
And the beauty of this is I never made this like "Ooh, I need to get anything of this finished. It was just like I wrote down from the top of my head what I had on projects just to visualize that.
Smart. That's a really good idea.
And whenever I felt like "Ooh, I finished something, I crossed it off. And if I did something else, I just at first I still put it on there. Like you can see little additions I did, for example, for Stargrave. But I never, at some point, I just didn't add what I did. For example, the whole cube thing or the slug wizard or stuff like that never made it to this list. So I would say for the first half year, I sort of stuck to this plan. And then I just didn't care about it anymore.
Yep.
But it's interesting to have it like a time capsule to see what was important to me 1 year ago. And what has changed since then. And so now that I did this last year, this is what I did for this year. So I'm kind of looking at this list and trying to think of what did I want to do in 2023, and is so important to me that I want to take it into this year. So there are a few things where I have to be honest. For example, I have the whole Masters of the Universe thing on this list. And I have to acknowledge the fact that I don't have the time because I'm not playing the game with anyone to sit down and finish those miniatures. I'm not. Maybe at some point I will be. Oh yeah, now is the time. But it's not planned. So right now I have from last year. I still have my Necropolis stuff. I want to finish my one gathering, my pirate gathering. I already have plans for 2 more gatherings, which is weird. Last
you're
year,
all about the pirates. I thought Marco was obsessed with pirates, but you got your pirate gene stealers, you got your pirate thing.
If you have kids who like to play pirates, or like, Dad, can you invent a pirate story? Okay, yeah. Then you hook yourself up on that topic pretty quickly.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm taking. Okay, you are not seeing this. Doesn't matter.
I can see it. What? Oh wait, why is your thing? Sorry, I don't know why your thing's not up. Hold on, it was a second ago. 1 sec. Let me check this.
Oh yes, it's.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh, that's not what. What? Okay, I gotta. OBS is being stupid. I'm gonna re-add it. 1 sec. Sorry, I was so busy looking at it that I didn't realize it wasn't up on the screen. Window capture. Okay, where is the Hydra? There we go. Okay. Fix the screen. We have it. It is on screen. We'll make it big so people can read it. Here is Hydra's. Because, like, I think I had it up on... Was it on screen until recently, Flynn?
Yeah, it was, and it's just gone. Like it's still on the Discord for us. There we go. It's back there. Don't know what happened. While you're sorting that out,
go for it.
Symbio Joe has just gone, yeah, ha 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 ha, and Move 44 has gone, hammer.
Oh, they're loving the pirates. They're loving the pirates. Okay, you're up, Hydra. You got it. It's on screen.
Yeah. So this is what I did last year. I think it's reverse.
Yeah.
Oh, it's reversed? Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec.
But that's coming through from you on your.
It's reversed on your camera. I just fixed it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Don't worry.
Wait, no, I didn't fix it. What the hell? Oh, it switched your friggin' logo. Too much stuff on the screen. Too much stuff on the screen. Okay.
Yeah,
Flip
I don't know.
horizontal.
I can.
There we go. Now it's not reversed.
Oh,
we're
okay.
good.
Okay, I don't want to go through it, but
No.
it's as you can see, you can probably not read it, but this is Necropolis. This is World War Wizard. This is Brawler Kane, Sludge, Fishing 28. You can see that I got Fishing 28 pretty much figured out. Solstice, Tyranids did nothing for Tyranids last year.
Wait, that's a
Stargrave.
lie.
Huh?
That's a lie. You did one thing for Tyranids.
Oh, yeah.
You're
I
gone.
did. Oh, yeah, that's
You
right.
converted a no, and you painted a shitload of termagants.
Oh, that's right.
You did at least
yeah.
a bunch of things for Tyranids.
Okay, I did some, but nothing major. Anyway, I built. Well, looking backwards, I played a whole campaign of Stargrave, which is something I would like to travel back in time and tell my younger self that I'm able to finish campaigns.
Oh, okay. So
we played through the whole campaign book, and I built 1.5 tables of terrain for it. And lastly, Masters of the Universe, which are still on the shelf. But this is how it looks for this year. And you cannot read it, but this is what I'm taking with me from last year. So this is Necropolis and this is Sludge. And my plans for this year are for Necropolis. I want to finish my Cube Head gathering, which I have started. And I have from last year, I have a Eldritch Temple board that I want to build. I want to build an Eternal Autumn board. I want to build 2 graveyard boards this year. I want to build a Labyrinth board and a Construction Site board.
Construction Site, cool.
Yeah, so these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boards I want to build this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it, but
You're going to try.
I got to try.
Cool.
And then we have Solstice 28. I need those casts to be done. I need the shipping. And then I need to think about if I do the whole thing again this year.
Yeah.
Then I have Sludge. I still have Sludge not done last year's, but I add new stuff to it. And then I have commissions I want to do. So I have some Gene Sealer Cult Fat Man Patriarch sitting here.
Who the hell's that for?
What about this?
Sorry?
What?
Nick?
Marco? I said, who the hell's that for? I was joking.
Yeah.
Then I have there's a Vastarian cult thing the Brother Weirs are doing. They have a challenge running where you shall invent your own Imperial cult. That's what I want to do. I want to finish my own rule book, and I want to finish Demonship, the stuff, and I want to sculpt a bust.
Sculpt a lictor bust or just a bust?
And we'll see about that. We'll see how it's a plan for a year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the plan that I've made a week ago, and there are more stuff already. Like, for example, I want to do a war band for Cauldron, as I said previously, some orcs and goblin bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do a Camry gathering for Necropolis. There are too many things.
I'm trying to find you some Camry models.
Don't worry, Camry have just come back.
Yeah, that's why he wants to do them.
Yeah.
And then we have I finished my little gaunts.
Yay!
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 They're done.
Yay! Sorry?
100% fully done?
Yes.
Nice.
Nick, you lose.
And then I have
I do
these
lose.
as well.
It's fine. Oh, what are those?
Ooh.
I thought we were going to talk about that on the other stream.
Then we'll talk about that on the other stream.
Sounds good. We're going to do a stream about those gaunts. Because the gaunts are part of a larger project that we're doing on the Discord, where started by Alam. Very good idea. to have different Tyranid artists paint up the new termagants in their scheme, and then to swap them with other Tyranid artists. So I've got a stack of boxes here on my shelf of different, like 12 termagants from a bunch of different artists. And then we're going to bust them all out on a stream, and we're going to look at them all. We're going to swap them together. So you can look forward to that on a future stream for more details of the gaunts Simon just showed.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what I can put as a spacer to make this torso bigger. And I was like, oh, I got a bunch of cork here. Guess that works.
So he's cork-chested, yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds like an insult to me.
A what?
An insult. You
Oh, okay.
cork-chested weakling.
You cork-chested weakling.
Look here, Marco. How do you like your patriarch so far? Now he has a face.
That's a face?
Damn it.
Yeah. And I decided to, if you look at from the top, I decided to give him this outstretched spooky arm, this wizard hand. I actually am not sure if I have space for the other now, but what I want to do is that he originally sits very symmetrical in there.
Yeah.
But what I've learned from you is symmetrical is boring.
Nice.
So I'm giving him a little twist. So I need to resculpt the whole neck and the part of the body.
So
Wow.
you're putting
that-
your own twist on him.
Yeah.
Ha! See what he did there? You put
But
your
that's
own
kind of okay
twist?
because I needed more space in that area anyway, because otherwise I have no chance of giving him any sort of ribs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can make him taller. You can.
Yeah, I'm making him taller. If you look at him from the side, you can see the space that I have now between his face and the chest.
Oh yeah, okay.
Could you get him a bit closer to the camera?
Oh yeah, and get your hand behind it. Okay, better.
Yeah.
Oh, you can make
Yeah,
him even
thanks.
taller than that. Oh, but I guess it's just his neck, right? Because he's got his big saggy titties down on his body.
Yeah.
I'm also
And I
making
wa-
my guy taller.
And
Go
I have his face kind of like looking downwards a bit, so he has
Yeah.
more menacing.
Cool. Super cool.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Great.
day of ascension is close.
Yes.
Rise, my little frog stealers.
Oh, I don't know if I told you guys this. Sorry, your mention about the Day of Ascension made me think of something, that a story I wanted to share. We at this gaming club that I joined, they had like a special gaming event for Christmas. Or did I tell? I don't think I told about this, but
Nope.
they had a special kill team event for Christmas, and there's like 6 or 8 people playing kill team, and we're like, how are we gonna have 6 or 8 people play kill team together? And one of the guys from the club was supposed to plan it with me, and then he got sick. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then I called the Zolak, because the Zolak has way more experience with like this gaming club than me. He's like, yeah, I'll figure it out. So what he did is like one side was Imperials, one side was Chaos, and the Zolak and I both do like Gene Stealer cults. So Chaos and the Imperials were fighting over this planet, but it just so happened that they were fighting over the planet on the Day of Ascension. So
Yes.
we had this random thing where every turn, like some random Gene Stealers would spawn on the board based on like dice rolls and just mess with their
Nice.
garbage. It was fun.
Good stuff.
I
Lots
used to have the Christmas day at work at the GW I used to work.
They opened on Christmas Day?
Yeah, on the 24th.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I always volunteered for that shift because it meant that, oh, mother, I'm sorry, I have to work. No helping you in the house today.
Oh
I'm
my
at work.
God.
Sorry.
The worst son.
The convenient excuse.
Exactly. And what I did was I always had some store friends there, and we battled it out for Santa Claus.
Yeah.
to see if either he would be consumed by my swarm or be
it
freed
through.
by some sororitas or yeah.
By Lieutenant Rudolph? What did you
Yeah,
use for the
no.
Santa Claus miniature?
I don't know. At some point I made one, but I made that for Frostgrave.
Oh, okay. Marco, what's your vision for the year ahead?
Oh, it's quick for me because obviously, my first big thing is to get the Gene Stealer Cult project, the core of it, off the ground.
Yeah.
Which will probably take, I guess, the painting will be done in like May or June or something. And I have to admit, I've had some deep pockets for the hobby this year because I've saved up some money, and I also commissioned another painter whom I've worked with before to paint me as part of a Tyranid army, because the super cool release last year needs to be assimilated into Hive Fleet Ouroboros.
Mhm.
So I've decided to commission a Vanguard Swarm with 18 Von Ryan Sleepers, 3 Lectors,
What?
blah blah blah, all the stuff.
Sexy.
So when I'm done with building the core of the Gene Stealer Cult, I'm immediately jumping to building the Vanguard Swarm 5 Fleet Ouroboros. And then I'm finally able to do what you said. What you'd like to do is to work on finishing some projects I've still lying around, like the Tron effects from the storyboard guide that I need to
Yep.
finish.
Yep.
I need to finish the Reaver Titan, which has been lying around here for like 20 years.
Oh,
15 years.
not 20? 20?
Yeah, no, it's 15, I think. Whatever, I don't care.
A while.
And I also have to finish the Cruci Prime.
Right.
Oh, geez, yeah.
So really big things I really would like to finish this year, and then I guess the Gene Stealer Cult will demand the third wave, which will be the core models like the Patriarchs, a couple of tanks, I guess, maybe a special unit for the Patriarchs each.
Nice.
And I'd also like to do parts of a themed table for the cult. So I guess my year is pretty much planned for.
Nice. Okay. That sounds good. Glenn, what about you?
So, like Simon, I've actually got a list of things I want to get done. So it's just it's mainly a list of just models I want to get built, which I've started off the year with 35 entries on there. I've already got cleared 4 of them off. One of them has been sitting on there. A few of them actually been sitting there for a number of years now. And it's standing gaunts. I had already had an idea to do that, and then you came out with your video, and I was just like kind of lost the motivation for them, and now I've got the new gaunts. But I'm still going to try and get those done with the old gaunt models I've got sitting aside for them. But I'm trying to get all my stuff built by end of April, beginning of May, and then it is going to be painting for the rest of the year. A lot of stuff is going to be like sorting out storage for models and stuff. Like I have just put a load of giants into like storage boxes and magnetized spaces, so they're actually now put away in like a safer environment rather than just a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Which is one of the best bits. And also just like working on plans for June Stealer and November as well. Like
Right.
I've already got I'll give it away. What I want to do for June Stealer this year, I've already built my models for the plan for it, because I want to get them painted during it.
Okay.
So I know I'm cheating a bit, but I can't win. So it just needs to have something there ready for day one.
Good point.
And but yeah, there's ideas floating around, and I'm looking forward this year because painting is something I'm really looking to get back into properly. Like the challenges last year really piqued my got me back into painting, and it's I found it really enjoyable. So just getting it, but it's just my workspace is just freezing at the moment, so I can only just build. I can't convert or anything. I can convert, but I can't sculpt because it is too cold in there, and my green stuff
For the
just
putty to
goes.
cure?
The putty just goes too hard to work with because it is too cold.
Yeah, I swear there was a guy, I think it was on Warp Shadow, who posted at one point and was like, "Oh, do you ever have a problem with your house being so cold that your putty doesn't cure?" And I was like, "What kind of ice box are you living in?" But I guess, people live in all kinds of situations.
It's not that it doesn't cure, it's just becomes too. It's like, you say you put it in the freezer to stop it
Yeah.
curing. It just goes too hard to actually move.
Yeah, it's
and
not
take the
malleable.
shape. Yeah, it's not great, and it's just it's not fun to work with, and you're pushing it too much, and you tear it instead of actually pushing it to the right place. And I just get too fed up with it.
Mhm.
So I've been sculpting while I'm meant to be working. So that's one of the joys of what I could do from Photoshop. There was something I also saw today, a video from our Swede who doesn't like our favorite model. About their struggles. The only reason I watched it was because they were talking about giants
Yeah.
and their struggles with green stuff and other putties.
Yeah.
And I was there like, maybe if he watched a certain creator, he would know what to have done with it.
Yeah. Well. Can't save all the Swedes.
Yeah, the video was interesting.
Okay. Cool.
Just looking at the comments, so say, anyone in chat, have you got anything you
Oh, right.
you
Good
wanted
plan.
to get done this year?
Yeah, tell us what your hobby plans are.
Just while saying that, I think I'm just reading what. So, Musai says Flynn is the real butterfly. I think.
I think we're all guilty of being a little bit of,
Yeah.
like, with the exception of Marco, who seems to focus very well on like a given project. I think we're all pretty butterfly.
Moon 44 says USB cup warmer and put your putty on there.
Oh, interesting. That could be a solution.
I do. I will admit I work messy. Like if I will jump from one project to another in front of me while I'm working. So having something like there that's giving off heat in that way, I wouldn't trust myself with it.
Oh no, it's just it's not super hot.
Oh no, I have been known to leave heating appliances on by forgetting about them.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's not good.
Yeah. That's why I wouldn't trust myself with it. Vermin says, I know what Flynn means. Many times I've had to hold my hands under warm water so I can soften up cold green stuff.
Oh geez.
Yeah. Electro Dust Bunny, if you're trying to post a link to your YouTube, common courtesies to not do that on other people's streams. Just a FYI. Because I know they mentioned earlier about them doing YouTube videos themselves, but it's just common courtesy to not advertise yourself on other people's streams.
Yep. If people are interested, they can look up Electro Bunny. Okay.
Vermis says I might actually open that Leviathan box this year.
Nice.
Whee!
Radon says, what I want to do for the hobby this year is to evolve the look and lore fluff for my Hive Fleet.
Yep.
Good.
That's good. Oh, Vermis earlier said they got some bubble. They got the MG from Mark Gibbons.
The sticker. Yeah, his signature
MG,
sticker.
yeah.
I saw that comment. I got it. I still haven't gotten those. I got to get one of those.
Yeah, but he says, and he's also idly considering a Redbubble store themselves.
Yeah, let me tell you, that doesn't really work well. I've started a Spreadshirt thing, and apparently no one cares.
Okay.
Sorry, what were you saying, Simon? You started it in what?
I started a Spreadshirt shop.
Yeah.
and no one cares.
Well, you need to
Why?
advertise it like probably more than feels necessary.
Yes.
Like you
you
can't
just
you
have
can't be like, I made this thing and I didn't do any marketing and no one buys it, because you got to do a little bit of marketing, but it
But-
gets obnoxious.
So are you're just doing it on your story, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, do a post
Okay.
because
Sticks
I've done-
around.
yeah, it sticks around. What I've also done is I've changed my Instagram account just to a commercial account, just because
Yeah.
I just want to see like where I am and everything, just a general curiosity now. And stories don't do, they only go to your followers. So if you're trying to expand a bit further, the posts are better. And as I said
Yeah,
earlier,
I know,
reels are
but I
king.
thought if I don't know. We're not going into
Yeah,
boomer
but-
tech support, how to market.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just because I know I miss stories from loads of people, because when you're
Yeah.
following low, you just don't see everything. So that's why it's just the best way. But back to comments. Moon44, I'm trying to build my huge pile of shame I collected over the years and never built. James M says, I've got a list of stuff to paint and build, but I'm most excited for my own storyboard style Tyrannifex and an armies on parade table.
Nice.
Are the-
Listen. Anyone who has armies on parade on their list, start now. Because I'm always like, oh, armies on parade, yeah, I'm gonna start early, and I never do, and I always kick myself in the face. Like, it seems like November's a far away. It's not. Start now.
Especially for a whole table.
Yep.
Yeah, I do like the fact that Storyboard Guy now has his own style of Tyrannifex. Like you got Scriv has got this, the Scriv pattern Maliceptor. Now there's the storyboard pattern Tyrannifex of the Chicken Walker. I do like that.
Storyboard pattern chicken fex.
Yeah, that is a brilliant thing, I think, because I've seen other people replicate it as well since.
All right, so I want to do a crazy thing. It's a little bit of audience participation. If there's a project that you saw me start but never finish, and you want me to finish it, I want you to tell me what it is.
Red Dragon.
All right, Red Dragon it is.
I'm not mentioning the other one because if that one happens, this whole stream ends.
Yeah.
2 people can finish, 1 cannot.
Great. We got Red Dragon. What else we got in the chat? Come on, chat people. You know anything? If there's anything you're like, hey, you started that thing, whatever happened to it? Let me know. Help me remember all the crap I gotta finish.
Hell. You've got Hell to finish.
Oh, okay. Hell is not as important as Red Dragon.
I know, but you asked.
Oh, damn. We got 2 votes for the Norn. I'm assuming that's the Norn emissary.
The Rage. I thought you meant the Rage Norn.
It is, yeah.
Drop pot.
You went there.
That's the one he does finish. What was that? The second edition to One Throat Brain thingy.
Second edition. Oh, that the high Simon's birthday conversion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So wait, so Marco said drop pod, so that's Death Daisy.
Yep.
Flynn was referring to that, Marco, when he said if we finish that, the stream stops, because this is supposed to be the creature conference,
No.
and we were supposed to do those models, but you know we can put it on the list. You want the Big Bad Maliceptor? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah. So you know what I am just doing? I am just going through your Instagram right now.
No. Don't just like troll through my Instagram. I want things that like jump to mind.
That they were the big ones that did jump to mind. That were like, yeah, I want.
Man, Moon 4T4 is right on it with the 1 hour Neurolictor.
Okay. There is one more that I have seen on the your Instagram as I'm just scrolling back up. And it is that giant conversion that you were doing, the Gargant giant for the GC list.
You mean
that one.
the Secret Father.
That's
the
the
big
one, yeah.
okay.
That's me done scrolling. I'm not scrolling anymore.
Good.
Like the red dragon was the first thing I remembered.
Good.
The big bad brain I like.
All right. What else we got?
Tom
Man, look at
Wilson.
Tom Wilson sticking it out for Brother Pink.
Yeah.
How do you even spell Marigal? Oh, there it is.
Where is it? Everyone's just gone the Norn.
There we go. That's that. Well, there you go.
There's loads of Norns. I think that's why it's like times 1, 2, 3, 4 people.
Man, people love that Norn. Okay.
Vermis says, "Lol, sorry, Electro." What's Electro? Oh, Electro Bunny. Sorry. That's
Wait, no. Vermis says Norn, then Cliff Claven. Who's Cliff Claven? I don't get that reference.
I don't either.
Vermis, please tell us more.
Why am I thinking that's Doom Patrol robot guy? I don't know.
What?
Let's still got more. While we're waiting for people to come in, Simon.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to the new? Have you seen the Netflix Masters of the Universe? I think it was Revelations.
Oh yes, I'm really looking forward to the new thing.
Revolution in 2 weeks. Yay!
Oh yes, and while we're waiting for that, feast your eyes on this.
Hold on. It's reversed. No, it's not reversed. Okay, I fixed it. It's really bright. Now your camera's too bright.
Of course, there's always something to moan about.
All right, Goldilocks.
So you finally got it from work?
Yes. Look at that.
Right.
Some people might recognize it because that was the birthday card for a He-Man, Masters of the Universe, turning 40 last year.
Wow.
But look who snuck in.
You're boggy.
I don't know if people are familiar with Spector.
Yeah, the pink toy, the pink hog toy that I made.
Okay.
And he came for the birthday party. No, it was the lovely birthday card Nick made for me, and it was the little. Once upon a time, I made a Masters of the Universe toy myself, designed and cast it. And now looks like it's able to be sold on a shelf. That's that. Mr. Lovely Pink photoshopped it into this lovely card, and then I'm turning 40 the same year as He-Man does is kind of cute.
Well, no, I think that was from a couple of years back that He-Man turned 40.
Yes. Are you sure?
Yeah, because I found that picture in like
maybe he was
in like May. I think it was old. I don't know.
Wow.
It's not that old, but okay. Maybe I'm not 100% the same age as.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to look it up.
Okay.
But
it's very close.
Yeah, I sent that thing to Simon, and I was so excited because I like photoshopped his Masters toy in the background, and like it wasn't like a ton of work, but it was like some work. And I wanted him to like look at the card and be like, "Oh, cool, He-Man," and then see like the guy in the back and be like, "Yo, cool." But apparently he opened it at school when he was like really busy. So I'm like, "Hey, did you get my card?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got your card." I'm like, "Okay, cool. What'd you think of my card?" He's like, "Oh yeah, it's nice, thank you. That was a very great message." I'm like, "Okay, but like, did you see the card? Did you look at the card?" He's like, "Yeah, I looked at the card. What's the deal?" I'm like, "Did you look at the back of the card?" He's like, "What?" So I didn't get the reaction I was hoping for.
Yeah, and part of that was because Instagram trained me to look at pictures for 2.0 seconds, nanoseconds, and be like, "Oh, that's cool. I like that." Next. It was a very, very hard lesson. Ever since I'm trying to slow down and looking at pictures on Instagram and not just doom scrolling the shit out of things, just taking a second to appreciate the people and the work they have put into their stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
Was it?
oh, you just reminded me of something else I'm doing hobby-wise this year.
What's that?
I'm actually trying to be more proactive with posting comments on people's posts on Instagram.
Oh, good.
Because one thing I felt I really like it when someone posts a comment on your work because it feels more personal than you just getting a like.
Oh yeah, like if you like something that someone does, you should absolutely post a comment, even if you just post and say, "This is really cool. I'm so glad you did it," because like no one sees likes basically. And also when you comment on something, it like helps boost that post more than just a like. So
And
yeah,
it's also
that's a good plan, Flynn.
And also when sharing stuff as well, tagging the person in the share, because if you don't have a professional account on Instagram, you don't get like a little notification that someone has shared your post. So it's just going out there, you're not seeing it. But if they don't have a professional account and you tag them in there, they actually see that tag, so they actually see someone's actually sharing my posts as well. So it's more for give the person the kudos that they deserve for doing something amazing, and it could brighten someone's day. Like they've posted something and you've helped them out. It's something to like, oh, make me feel good. It's like make them feel good for posting it. They could have been apprehensive about posting it. They're not that big or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a nicer way of boosting people,
Agreed.
giving them a leg up.
After these wise words, to which I can only agree, I have to say goodbye, gentlemen, gentle creatures, and gals. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Marco. Hope you have a good weekend.
Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. See you soon, I hope.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Super excited to have seen my two patriarchs growing. Thank you.
Are you calling us fat?
One of them is.
Bye.
I would take your thing even a bit further, Flynn, because I feel like commenting on Instagram when you do it once, it basically is, I think, one of the beautiful things that we have with the Instagram hobby community is what the name is, a community. And when you comment on people's posts, maybe not the first time, maybe not the second time, but if you continuously comment on people's posts, you will kind of be recognized, I guess. And that's
they'll
how
start to recognize you.
Yeah, and then you will get in contact eventually, and I think that's very that's not, for me. This is not about getting recognition or anything like that. To me, this is just like I'm getting in contact with the people that I admire, and then realizing that they're just people themselves, and then you start after I am done with being starstruck, I'm being just very nosy and getting lots of information I otherwise would have not gotten, and learning new stuff and new techniques and new games and whatever. So yes, interaction, not just hit the like button.
Yeah.
It's like Sibir Joe says, I know the 25 people who always like my stuff. James M says, recently not all my tags are actually working. I'll try to credit someone and it doesn't ping them. So when they're tagging someone in.
Yeah.
So he said that could just be because the person's just not responding to it. That's nothing against you. It is just sometimes some people just don't respond to being tagged in stuff.
Yeah.
Because if I know if someone keeps repeatedly tagging me in their work, I'm a bit like, I know you've liked my stuff, I know I've liked your stuff, but you're tagging me in. I know there's like a tabletop noob who go like, check these people out as well. When it's like, thank you very much, but it's just like, I don't think I've really had much interaction with tabletop noob, but it is really nice to have that shout out. But it's just that I know that's how they do their posts. Every post they shout someone out. It's just like a thanks, but we haven't had that much of interaction.
Yeah, like some people tag me and stuff that
Yeah.
that they don't really interact with me, so I don't really
Yeah.
feel that connected.
Yeah, I think it's just like a connection thing, you're saying. But
Yeah, and I think if you, for example, if you, I know this again feels like some Instagram support, but this is basically just my observation that if you like people's work and you comment on their work, and then you will eventually, get in contact with them, then it
Yeah.
feels like natural for them to, do shout out or whatever, and not just because, just because you have liked them, or it's not a trade anymore, if you talk to people.
So I think Nick, yeah, because I think it's like when me and Nick started talking. Like, I saw Nick's stuff, I liked it, commented a few times, and then I did one of the strikes based off one of your blog posts.
Oh,
And I
the
think
one
that's
with
when we
the gargoyle wings?
yeah, the goggle wings, trigon chest plate, and we started then talking after that a bit more.
Mhm.
But it is like you've got to start somewhere with these interactions, and that's like the easiest way is the comments. And I see James Emmy's reply saying, "No, my ats won't be clickable." Oh, I get what you mean. Oh, this is where I do get a little bit of boomer tech support. Some people have it where you can't tag them in
Yeah.
posts; they just don't allow it. Full stop.
Yeah.
Other bits are you need to actually click on that person's name when it pops up. Because I've seen Nick when you've like put on your stories,
Oh,
you
I
put
put the
at
wrong tag, yeah.
Flynnhammer. But you don't put the wrong tag in. It's just it doesn't go to me because you've not clicked
No, I think it's because I have the
my
wrong
name.
tag.
No, you've spelt my name correctly. It's either there's like a little space between the ats and my name, or there is just you've not clicked on my name itself, and that's why the tag won't work. You've got to make sure you're actually selecting it properly. But yeah, Vermis is now asking about the new ones you've written down on the side. I'm actually curious about the last one.
Wait, Vermis needs to explain what this Clive whatever thing is.
Oh yeah, Vermis was Clive, but again, but the one thing I know you're not putting on that list, and I don't want you to put on that list, it's the last thing to work on that list, is our project.
You don't want me to put our project on the list?
I already told you when we started it. Work on everything else first. We've got 2 years to work before to finish mine, because like you've got these that have been going on for quite a lot of time.
Flynn, you are a gentleman.
I told you that originally. Also, I've got a backlog of stuff to
You
get
are a
down.
kind and generous man.
It's me being selfish actually, because I want to improve my painting, so when I get it, I can do a very good job on
Oh,
it.
sweet. Okay. Well, that works for me too.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you what I figured out with my painting with the green stuff? The
What?
issue. Remember when I was saying like, I was trying to paint and like on my sculpted models and stuff was just pooling and bringing
Yes.
back
Yeah.
together.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I think I figured out what it actually is.
What?
It's not the fact I'm using Nivea. I think it's the contrast paints is what, because when I'm doing the contrast on it, it's the way the contrast is reacting to how smooth I'm actually getting it. And it's just like, nope, it doesn't like it.
So I've had that same when I was doing the 24-hour tile, particularly the big Tyranid drop pod. That started happening to me. And it wasn't with contrast paint, it was with Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl, which has always been like really good with me. And I didn't know what the heck was happening, so I literally just got out a pot of black Vallejo primer, didn't dilute it at all, and just painted that shit on it.
Yeah.
And eventually it worked.
Did it help?
Eventually
Nick,
it worked.
Nick, your stream's down, your picture's down.
Frig, thanks. Oh, the camera died. It was warning me, and I was like, whatever, I don't care, you're annoying. I'll deal with that later. All right, thanks, Flynn.
Yeah. Burmester says, an explanation might be too difficult here. Maybe on Discord later.
Okay, explain to me later, because I want to But Vermis asked about other stuff I wrote on the list.
So yeah, Thin Boy Pancake Bear. Are you writing out a cry for help now?
I'm being held hostage here.
There we go. Yeah. These are other things that I've committed to make for people. Someone should know what Pancake Bear is. Here, I'll give you a little hint.
Oh yeah, show the design, please.
No, there you go. It's a flying pancake bear. Does that help?
Oh.
We're very zoomed in. Oh, I just remember we've got to wait for stream to catch up with what's on your stuff.
It's a flying pan. What the hell? Why am I? Oh wait, sorry. Hold on. I'm dumb. There we go. Now the camera won't die.
Crew at least. Oh yeah, the cool team for crew. Speaking of crew, well, we're waiting for stream to catch up, and yeah, stream is catching up because there's no signal now. But I'm guessing you've already fixed that bit.
Yep.
The rumors are there is going to be, obviously we've seen from that reveal at the beginning of the year, it looks like to be another Kroot model. So looks like you're going to have your hands full with more Kroot.
Well, we'll see. I gotta finish all this. I ain't got time for no Kroot.
Okay. But what is Pancake Bear? Because all I can
Figure it out. It is definitely a Games Workshop creature. It is definitely a Warhammer 40k creature. It's a flying pancake bear. I've given it to you on a silver platter. They don't have a model yet. But they're in the fluff. In fact, I'll give you an even further hint, which should make it painfully obvious. They did have one model once, but it was only for Battlefleet Gothic.
Okay, the only thing I'm thinking of is the Tyrannid hive ships.
No, flying pancake bear, not a Tyrannid.
Oh wait, hang on. No, they're Kroot spheres.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I never played Battlefield Gothic. I only got the Tyranids.
They were also in the Xenology book.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. 100%.
Did you look it up?
Well, I'm thinking of space bats.
No, they're a
like
flying
space
pancake
whales.
bear. I'm fairly certain they were in that Xenology book.
I
Shit. I fucked it.
can't remember now, but yeah. But Thin Boy.
Thin boy, you're never gonna get.
There's two things I'm thinking of. Either a really skinny Tyranid because of what's happened with the
Not a Tyranid.
Neurolictor, or a very thin Tau air cost.
It's not a Tyrannid.
That's a Tau.
You're not gonna be able to guess that one. That one's a bit inside baseball.
Okay. Now, Book of Grudges.
Yeah.
What are you doing for dwarves?
Do you not ever check my YouTube?
No.
Hot
We're-
tip. Hot
we're
tip.
part
I
of
post
the
on my
YouTube-
YouTube. Hot tip. I
without
post on my
being
YouTube
rude.
community page way more than I post on Instagram these days.
Without being rude, not really, because the way YouTube shows it up, it doesn't really show that much. But
Instagram
also,
ain't done shit for me lately, so I'm posting like work in progress stuff and that kind of thing. Oh, what the
But
hell?
it's-
Why is that? Why
it's
is it
also my.
shifting? What the?
Oh,
I don't know
what's
going on.
this? But yeah, some of these stuff doesn't get shown to me because I on my phone I've got a different YouTube account to what I use for here, which have actually got less subscriptions on and everything, and I see more Warhammer stuff on this one. I barely use it. So
Oh, my camera's doing like handshake reduction. That's weird. It thinks this thing's shaking, so it's tracking it, and then my background is moved. Weird. Anyway, this is the Book of Grudges.
are you doing a Guerrilla box
No.
for Book of Grudges? Oh, that'd be cool though.
No, I'm not.
And I thought you didn't like the old world.
I don't.
What you're doing, dwarves.
People give me money, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
You little war.
I am a mercenary.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is I'm looking forward to the stuff coming, the old world being there, because I know people like Hydra are
Yes.
going to hoover up those models. Like when those archers come back, I know you're going to hoover up a set of those boxes. I know you're already after a load of the Skelly boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're
I
going to
want.
use
I
them.
wanted this. I want the snail back. I
Which
just.
Snail?
I'm just here for the
Oh.
snail.
Spare bit?
Yeah.
Wait,
Was it here that someone said that they did the snail just because they wanted to show what they were capable of?
Oh wait,
Can't
there's
remember.
is there wait, what's the snail? Which kit is it in?
I think it's the archers. Like there's a Bretonian kit where they have
Oh.
like a like a bird head, and there's a tiny snail in there as well.
Oh, and then the new Bretonian like hero kit, or like the what do you call it? I know what you mean now. Like it's either the Bretonian kit or
Has anyone been watching the painting phase lately?
no,
The
I haven't
what?
actually.
The painting phase with Peachy,
No.
former Games Workshop employee. They had a thing on the painting phase. Who are they talking to? Oh, okay. So like every so often on the painting phase, they have this dude Tom join them. I've posted this in the Discord a bunch.
Yeah.
He is a former Games Workshop product designer.
Oh, hobby trumpet guy. Yeah.
Hobby trumpet guy, yeah.
Oh, just
And
before we go in, I just found that snail bit. It's the Cities of Sigmar he's in, so he should be able to get that snail.
the new ones.
Yeah.
No,
that-
but is Simon talking about there's a snail on the old one too? No.
In the old kit there was a snail.
Oh, give me a moment. I've actually got that kit.
On the I think the most recent episode with Tom on Simon, you're gonna like this, of the painting phase. Well, it's not the most recent episode of painting phase, but it's the most recent episode of the painting phase that had Tom on it. He talks about Powder Monkey shirts.
Nice.
They were talking about like the Powder Monkey that they made for Empire Handgunners or something, and like
Yes.
how that came about. And then he's like, you know what? Games Workshop Canada used to have this really amazing designer who would do these really cool shirts for their games days. And they once made a Powder Monkey shirt. And I'm like, oh, they're talking about the Powder Monkey shirt.
Awesome.
They didn't talk about... Did you get the other one? The Space Marine armor
No.
saves?
Nope.
No,
Never
you only
got
came
that.
that 1 year, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, and I have to admit that I'm not 100% sure, but I fear that the last time we went to Nottingham, I have forgotten to take my Powder Monkey shirt with me.
Well, you left it in Nottingham?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't know where mine is. It's hopefully in a
Good.
box somewhere, but
Makes me feel less stupid.
okay.
But the story behind the Powder Monkey, I think, is brilliant.
Yeah, they talked about how they think it's that someone was told to design a powder monkey and they didn't actually know what a powder monkey, like the euphemistic term was. They made a monkey carrying a thing full of
A
gunpowder.
literal powder monkey, yeah.
Well, because I don't know that term. Like, they gave me the
neither
shirt.
did
I'm like,
I.
okay, this is kind of funny.
Oh, that was brilliant, I think.
Yeah, I was
Those
explained the term later,
Me too.
and it was suddenly very grim dark.
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you serious?" Okay, this is insane.
All right. Vermis gets the point.
What?
Vermis gets the point. He figured it out.
What?
Flynn.
Nick. Okay, 1 second. I
Nicassar.
can't.
Cliff
I'm gonna.
Carlton?
Thank you. I was gonna read that wrong completely, but that's dyslexia for you.
I don't know how you're supposed to say it, actually. I think it's Nicassar,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Nicassar? Nicassar? A weird race of floating pancake bears that only exists in... They only have a model in Battlefleet Gothic. Well done, Vermis.
Oh, there you go.
We all know if Barkheist was here, he would have got it immediately.
Yes. Bargeist is maybe listening to this later, screaming it at the screen, as I talk to Simon
Yeah.
about doing when we listen to podcasts.
Ah, okay, they joined up with the tail. Oh, that's some other things I'm thinking of because of the selling the crew stuff, and there's the setting for Kill Team is like this oil rig basically, and it's like they've mentioned about flyers and jump packs. There's potential that you could see Vespids as well coming back with new models. So there could be a route for Tower Auxiliary with all of the other alien races to be coming soon.
Oh, talking about alien races, I recently heard a cool story I didn't know about the Taub. That they have like some consultants running around with their human allies, the Galvera, or how they call them.
Giseva
Oh,
or something
Giseva.
like that.
Yeah, and these quotation marks consultants are supposedly worm like human-sized worms.
Yeah.
And I really like that for obvious reasons, but yeah, that was pretty creepy in my head.
Damn, I had another thing I wanted to write on this list and I can't remember what it is.
Well, it's good that I didn't write terrain pieces on those lists because I have no idea why I'm doing this, but it's
But you're doing it.
yeah, and it's freaking fun.
No, I know we mentioned about the snail. I do not see a snail on this Archer kit.
It's got no. It's oh wait. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I've actually got it in front of me right now, and I'm only missing like 2 bits from the sprue. So I've brought up an image, and
Maybe it's not the Archer kit then.
yeah. But I know you love that Archer kit though, because like the bodies and everything are brilliant for like more any game system really.
Yeah, they're cool.
The leather cloak. So I know I sent you over like a load of bits I had
Yes.
that I got from once. So that's why, because I knew you like the bits and everything. So I was like, yep, send them to you.
That
Yeah.
was pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm still feasting on those bits.
I know, and I've seen you giving some away because I gave you too many.
Oh, Brother Pink was like, "What is with your guys' obsession with that damn, what's his name? The guy running away from the giant."
Johan.
Johan. He's like, what's with the damn obsession on the stream with that Johan character? I'm like, oh, I think it's mostly just like Flynn and maybe Marco and I don't know, maybe Simon.
It's because I've got so many giants. I've got boxes worth of hands.
I think it is very important. It's a very important miniature for taking pictures.
Oh, because of the Forge
yeah.
World?
I don't know about Forge World, but
they used it as
know
their berry in like all of their pictures.
Yeah, he was a scale model, which is
yeah. Well, that's one thing, but when you think about the photography that Marco did for his Hive Fleet Moloch webpage,
yeah,
aeons ago, that inspired us all.
Yeah.
What he did was he always had some humans on his bases, which were like serving as a as the focus point of the fear that the Tyranids were creating.
Yeah, they put the terror into scale.
Exactly, yes. And I think this Johan model is the only model that Games Workshop ever made that comes close to something like that. It's the only thing that ever showed fear or dread or anything of those emotions in the face of, I don't know, orcs or whatever is running around in the old world.
Yeah.
Like when you think about human models, they're always like the stern, yeah, we'll face it and it will be over soon, resolve whatever thing. And he's the only one who's doing the only right thing, running away, screaming at the top of his lung and trying to survive somehow, somewhere.
Yeah.
There was one before that. It was also in the giant kit, but instead of running away, this is the only one I know of that's actually a genuine model.
Oh yeah, he was cowering down,
he was
right?
Cowering on his hands and knees, like fetal position.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I've got one, and I made a mold just to.
It's from the giant kit?
Yeah.
The old metal
Metal.
giant, not
Metal,
the
okay.
Marauder, not the Marauder one by Trish, Monster Girl Trish. I can't remember her surname. That's why that.
Pardon.
But it was it was
Trish
between
Carden.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that just also reminded me. I definitely think, Nick, you should do a video about that, the White Dwarf issue, about the Nid timeline and everything. Because
Yeah?
they do mention about, because Trish there's actually Trish did some of the sculpting for like I think it was the Trigon in that article, in that timeline. It would definitely be, from someone who is like a Tyranid connoisseur, as given to you by Eric's Hobby Workshop. You
No,
should definitely
he
do a video
actually,
like
what
that.
Eric's Hobby Workshop said is that I'm the world's foremost Tyranid expert, which felt a bit much.
Yeah.
Sculpting wise,
Gotta get that on a
definitely.
t-shirt.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
There are quite a few people from the old Warp Shadow who are definitely going to be challenging you for that from recent
Heck yeah.
work that have come out.
Well, dude, if we're talking about fluff, Bargaze is the world's foremost Tyranid expert.
Oh, 100% on that.
And like not just like games like 40k lore, like all
Yeah.
lore, like Battlefleet Gothic, like everything.
Yeah, anything Games Workshop he's got most down pat. It's very hard to get something past him.
You can't stump Bargaze.
Yeah. Just looking what else is on your list. The Spider Tyrannids, yeah. Thin Boy is the one we're going to get. Solstice. Wait, is that Solstice 20? Is that Moonhead that you still got? Don't tell me you
Yeah.
still got finished.
Yep.
Oh, that also reminds me about something I need to remind
Not
Hydra
good.
about after
Not
stream.
good. I'm lucky Simon's still my friend.
And the person who won it is very patient.
Well, I don't know. The person who won has probably assumed they're never going to get anything.
I'm just looking at your list. I was like, your list is so much shorter than mine.
I'm probably forgetting some. There's something that's supposed to go right here, and I can't remember what it is.
Apart from my thing. Wouldn't that thing be what you are currently working on right now?
Hmm?
What is it you're currently working on right now that is not on that
Oh,
list?
Marco's Patriarch.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing to go on the list.
No, there was something else.
Oh, Tristan Gray has arrived. Hello, Tristan Gray.
Oh, hey, buddy. There's our resident old world head. Otherwise known as Tomb King Tristan, the Mighty. Oh shit, it's late. That's probably why.
Yeah. I know just when everything's got announced, and I think maybe even when the Necro Sphinx was announced at Warhammer Fest last year that was coming back.
Was it?
Definitely very happy for us.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They announced at Warhammer Fest the Necro Sphinx was coming back?
Yeah, so when they did the big announcement of like, these are the 2 starters for it, there's going to be old models coming back. They actually put up on that saying that the Necro Sphinx was one of the old models that was definitely coming back.
Is that because they looked on
And,
eBay that day and found that people were selling them for like $4,000?
Potentially, but I think it was one of those that they know people have been wanting to get that model.
I'm so glad they brought that model back. It's a really cool model.
And I think it's also the fact that they start with Plutonians and Tomb Kings is the best way they could start it to bring it back.
Yeah.
Because it's the 2 factions that they had as soon as the Warhammer Fantasy went, they went. There was nothing for them at all.
Yeah.
There was no carryover or anything. And the stuff that's not coming into the old world already has stuff in Age of Sigmar and
Well, except for Skaven, they're just bottom of the barrel for everything.
Oh no! It's rumors Skaven are going to be a big release for Age of Sigmar.
Here's hoping.
And I have a theory, because Age of Sigmar is basically doing their wrap up for this edition. They're going to be going to 4th edition soon. I think Skaven might be the big bad.
That'd be awesome. As they
If
should
you
be.
Look at what happened with Tyranids. We were left alone for a while.
Yeah.
We basically got nothing except for a character model in 9th edition.
Yeah.
And then bang, big bad, full range refresh. I think that's what's going to happen for Skaven, potentially, because it just seems their MO at the moment for Games Workshop.
Make sure everyone gets updated.
Yeah. But Tristan says, lost my shit at that one, the necklace things, but $800.
What?
I
What?
think that's
People are charging
know-
$800 for a Necrosphinx?
Chaos Dwarfs as well. Jeez.
That is cruel and
Um,
unusual.
Oh, Chaos Dwarfs in 4th edition, he thinks, I think, for Age of Sigmar.
Oh, interesting.
I could see it, because Chaos Dwarves are not being in the old world, but it could also be they were Forge World. They were Chaos
Oh,
Dwarves have a funny history. They have a funny history.
would
already know
love-
that.
I would love that they would take the Chaos Dwarf design they once had.
Funny
Not
hats?
the huh?
Funny hats?
No, they did once Chaos Dwarfs after that for
Forge World?
no. There was this this Chaos Cannon thing that had this large maw.
The Hell Cannon. Yeah.
And they had the operators were two very grim looking Chaos Dwarves. And they had
Oh,
those
right.
tools in hands. They were awesome. I just loved
Yeah.
those models.
That-
Were they
And
not
I
done?
hope-
Were they not done in the same style as Forge World, where they had those like grill masks?
No,
No.
they
Oh.
were in between.
Okay.
So so you had the Chaos Dwarfs with the big cats, the old little squat metal models.
Yeah.
Then they got squatted, for not a better term. Then I think you had the Storm of Chaos Worldwide campaign for the Warhammer Fantasy, and the Hell Cannon got a new model for that.
Yeah.
And that's where you got that design. Then nothing more for Chaos Dwarves until you got the, I can't remember what book it was called, but you had that book they released for Forge World, where they had Forge World only Chaos Dwarf models. We had the train, blunderbuss guys. The hats were a little bit smaller. You got the Glaive Guard, or whatever they called themselves.
Forge World did Chaos Dwarves, and they had like grill masks. They didn't have hats.
Yeah.
I know because I bought some
yeah.
of those heads to use as like racks, and I just like never used them.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
there
yeah,
you go. Found them.
Oh, look at you!
Can you see
Tristan's
them?
also.
It's
Yeah,
pulsing. For some reason, your thing is like half focusing and then unfocusing.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's the I think I've got a set. I don't know if I've got a set, but I do like the beards, the way they've done them more metallic-y, the helmet
That
and
is cool.
everything.
Yeah, they don't have spikes.
Yeah.
That's very striking.
But I think they might be doing something in regards to them.
That'd be crazy.
The reason why I think they might be is because now this is where the hat comes out.
The Flintfoil hat or the
But-
Chaos Dwarf hat?
The Finfoil Chaos Dwarf hat.
Oh my god,
Because-
it's a remix.
Uh-oh.
When they were doing like the old world development diary, they showed images of like the development for Kislev and Cathay, but they haven't appeared at all, and haven't you said they're coming. Where they did appear was Total Warhammer 3, where you finally got Chaos Dwarfs come out.
Yeah.
Now, Games Workshop did work quite heavily in demand. The designs are basically identical, what you would expect, but it was like they were taking the concept, the designs that Games Workshop were doing were sent to CA for the development of the game. So
Creative Assembly being the game developer.
yeah, so it stands to reason that it would be the same for the Chaos Dwarfs. So they may be coming, Tristan thinks, for 4th edition for Age of Sigmar.
Oh, wow.
I also,
That'd be
Tristan
wild.
does mention about the arse cannon.
the famous chaos ass cannon, yes.
Yes, and we don't have Marco with us to celebrate that.
No,
I
he'd
actually-
love that.
I also own one.
Because it's kind of a giant?
No, because it's an arse cannon.
Because you just like ass?
Well, with this type of ass, yes. It's just hilarious. That model is just brilliant, and it's just a classic piece to own.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just funny because it's how it's just strapped down, bolted down to the table. It's just, yeah. But when I was stripping it, because it was really caked on, ended up, because it's so soft, the metal, the arm broke, but I was able to put it back into place and just grease up a little gap filler
Yeah.
into it. But yeah, I don't know. I think they also personally used some sort of epoxy to stick it onto the face, and it was just
Uh-oh.
yeah. But I managed to get it all sorted out. But yeah.
Well, do you blame them? Like, it was a solid hunk of metal.
Oh yeah, it was more than just a solid hunk. It was weighty.
Yeah, you could, if you lost the game, you could kill your opponent with that.
Oh, that was also our favorite model, the Screamer Killer.
Yeah, but I think the ass cannon was even heavier.
Okay,
No.
Symbio Joe is talking about Thanquol. Is Thanquol the Grayseer, or is Thanquol like the big rat ogre?
Okay, so Thanquol's the Grey Seer,
Okay.
Bone Ripper
Oh,
is
okay.
the
rat ogre.
the Rat Ogre. And Thanquol absolutely hates Gotrek because Gotrek always ends up foiling his plans. Bone Ripper, I think he's had about 13 of them. The one he's got right now is a reanimated version of his first Bone Ripper. That was in the fantasy. I don't know about in current in Age of Sigmar, but I know Thank was one of the few to make it over to Age of Sigmar from the old world.
Yeah.
He will continue to make them over because it's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's dead. I will build him new. Oh, look, he's dead. I will build him new. Oh, look, he's dead. I will make a new one.
Yeah, but that basically was like, I'll get another Rat Ogre and call it Bone Ripper. I'll get another one, and then he just reanimates that one. I don't really know much of his story, but I just know that bits. Matthew Johnson saying, you're talking about how Skaven aren't going to be supported in the old world.
I went to school with a Matthew Johnson.
So technically, they're supported in a way of, you guys can still use the armies, but we're not going to write them any further rules. And for now, and you've got to think of it this way. Games Workshop don't want to be doing 2 bases for everybody. Like, you'll get someone buy an army that's for Age of Sigmar, and then they can go and use it in the old world. They're still a business. They still want to make money. So what's easier? If don't have armies that are over 2 sections, because it did also cause issue when you had demons with their round bases and square bases when they first came out.
Was that an issue? Why didn't I thought they just put both bases in the box.
They put both bases in the box, but a lot of people did was they put them on the square basis so they could use both, but for actually game mechanics and stuff,
yeah,
it was from one angle you could charge that they could charge in, and people would tilt them if they put them on the square bases to get that little bit of distance away or distance to them and measure from certain points.
This is why we can't
That's
have
why
nice
it was.
things.
Yeah, so having different armies on those different bases, it works out, and it's easier to rank up and everything for it.
Okay, kids, I'm out.
I was about to say, don't you have to go to bed, man?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm out too. I gotta eat some food. I think maybe we should call it.
Yeah.
Wish you a good night.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thanks to everyone who participated in the stream. Good to see you all. And yeah, we'll talk to you again soon. We're going to do a Work in Progress Wednesday stream on Wednesday with the other crew. We're going to ask them about their New Year's plans or whatever. And we'll take it from there. Flynnhammer, thank you. Simon, thank you.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.